What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Bartlett Arborist Supply. Today's video, we're going to show you a how-to assemble and climb with an open moving rope system. So previously, we did a video on how to climb with the basics. So just a rope, harness, lanyard, and getting your rope up via monkey fist. Here in this video, what we're going to do is, if you're ready to take it up to the next step, the next step with an open system, which you can get a lot more creative with an open system. You have more options in cinching anchors when you're doing removals, ponytail redirects, ghost redirects, all that good fun stuff. So to get started, what I've done is I've already installed my rope with my throw line. So I've got my throw line up there, installed a friction saver, and I've got my rope, which is FTC Enigma, ran down through it. And so that's the first part of component, right? And it is recommended to have a spliced eye with the open system, at least for me personally, because you can obviously do a termination knot, so something as a fisherman or an anchor bend or even a bunt line hitch. But I feel like a spliced eye just reduces that room for error, that little margin there, and you also don't have this big bulk on the termination end, so it's a lot sleeker, slimmer. For me, it's better. It works for me better. So as you can see, I've got spliced eye right here. And the next bit of components, apart from your everyday harness, lanyard, helmet, PPE, all that good stuff, is at least hitch climber pulley, 2 carabiners, make sure that they're rated for life support in the tree carrier industry. So triple action to open, auto lock, and rated for at least 23 KN or greater. And then your Prusik cord, 28, 30, or 32 inch are what's traditionally found in most ARB suppliers, or with us at least too. You can always get custom links, if that's how you choose to go about it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we've installed everything up. Now I'm gonna go to assemble everything. So I'm gonna take and disconnect my Prusik from my carabiner here and onto, not the spliced end, but the opposite side over here. You can tie a variety of hitches, right? So you can do Catalone, VT, XTs, distal, Swabish, you can do all sorts of stuff. The hitch, the Catalyst, I've said the Catalone, I think, the Newt, but right here what I'm tying is the Catalone, and we will be working on getting a video of that as well, of this Catalone hitch. This happens to be my favorite to run, and for the purpose of the video, I've got different colored carabiners with different sizes, just so you can help distinguish what's doing what. All right, next step, disconnect, okay? So what I would do here is I would take and apply one here onto the spliced eye. And here's a quick little trick. If you're gonna tie and set everything up and you're making sure that you don't wanna lose anything, you can put your hitch climber on with the carabiner, tie a quick slip, and that way it stops in place. So it doesn't, you're not worried about storing it again on your harness, misplacing it somewhere. So with a quick slip underneath and the carabiner catching the cheeks of the hitch climber, it's already there for you, ready to go. Okay, so I've got my hitch, it's tied, dressed, and set. I'm gonna move the pulley up. See, that's why I like that too. Instead of having to open again, reopen and everything, I can just slide it up, quick disconnect, and reconnect right here. Pop the slip out. Okay, so that's your setup. Now you can either choose top becket or middle becket. It depends entirely on you, right? Some people say that having it on one becket versus the other can affect how your hitch works. It depends on what hitch you're running, how close, how streamlined your system is, and it also depends if you're running a termination knot, right? That's something to look at right there. Next thing you do, connect, and we're always going to do a load test prior to climbing. And if all this is new to you, make sure that you run this low to the ground. So this, as the saying goes, low and slow. All right, so we're going to test our hitch. Okay, same time I'm looking up, making sure that the canopy or the crown isn't doing any kind of weird flexing, any kind of cracking sounds, things like that. So, okay, the hitch engaged, and we're ready to go up. So the actions of ascending on a open system like this versus your closed blakes or taunt line system. With the taunt line or the blakes, you can extend and lengthen the bridge between termination to your harness to blakes on the other side. With the hitch climber, it's going to be different. Just so know that the actions are different. So it's going to take a small adjustment period, and that's it. But instead of pulling down, you know, and hip thrusting up, what we're going to do here is I'm going to try and make sure that I'm still visible to the camera. So I'll just do like this. And if you're working on the lean, make sure you stay on the back side of the lean so you can kind of walk up the tree. But so the thing here with moving rope system with an open style, you're going to grab the working end over here above the hitch. And we're going to give 1, 2, move our legs up, 3. Now don't let all this slack keep accumulating as you're climbing up. You have to tend, and this is the nice thing with the pulley. It helps in assisting in tending your hitch, right? In this hitch climber, the bottom is flared out so that if you drop through a redirect up top, it fair leads the rope into the pulley a lot easier, reducing some of that drag you may see, okay? So again, ascending up to the top. 1, 2, and 3. Hold myself, tend away, and that's right there. Here's a quick side-by-side comparison of how the systems are different in tending on ascension. Okay, so that's ascending on this open system. We're gonna go up onto the limb and do a quick explanation of how the functions are different on limb walking with this guy. So I'll see you up top. All right, we made it up somewhere in the tree, right? Now, first work position, our rope angle is still clean. We can go out and limb walk, do our thing with the thing and all the shiny things, right? So limb walking with an open system and a hitch climber and a hitch based system like this, at least, there's a couple differences versus the traditional closed system, okay? So obviously the first things first, we're not pulling from the bottom to 10 slack unless you have a O-rig configured. We have a video on that. If you want to check it out, go to the channel, search O-rig. But anyway, we're out doing our limb walk, and it's time to come back, right? The first thing I see with a lot of people switching and making the switch from the traditional system to open system is they'll grab both ends on the working end over here above the hitch, and then they grab the falling end. A lot of times they do like this, and they're walking back in increments, and that's fine for if you're up and coming back into limb walking, getting used to the whole system. It still works great. I personally don't do it that way. I did at first, getting used to it, right? Because there is a little bit of a transition period. Another thing that's a benefit to having an open system and having a micro pulley underneath is just slack tending, right? When you're slack tending one-handed, instead of having to try and hold your balance, right? You get the shaky leg and you start doing that. Oh my God. You know what I'm talking about, the stanky leg there. So one thing I could do with this versus a traditional closed, with a closed system, I would probably have to lock and then push my hitch up, my blakes or my taunt. With this system, if I had to, I can hold on, grab the bottom of this and pull up. So it's one-handed slack tending, which is c'est magnifique, right? Now, there's the other benefit of ponytails, right? Ponytail redirect. And that is so amazing. If you jump through a redirect and you look back over this way and you're like, oh crap, I still have to go on the opposite side of the limb that I walked on, or that I jumped through. But instead of having to climb up 15, 20 feet, wherever your redirect point is, you can ponytail. And just as a quick demo, we're actually gonna run one real fast. If you're patient with me, I'll make my run back up. Ooh, slip. Whoop, 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 whoop. Should I drop through here? Yeah, let's do it. All right, so actually I'm gonna drop lower. Get low, get low, get low. Okay, right here. So I'll stay right here. I'll move to forward D's. Okay, so I went up, intentionally dropped through a branch union, and I said, oh no, I still have to go out that way and do that. Instead of having to climb back up 10, 20 foot and waste more energy, okay, I'll take my lanyard and I can go through this limb because my forward D's are built for suspension there, okay? I'll slack out my system, get some rope here, slack out, and I'll disconnect, right? Now, always be 100% sure that you are secure before you do anything like this, right? And this is something that you need to practice on the ground before even attempting up top. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick slip knot underneath so that my system doesn't travel. And now ponytail, right? Grab the leg that's still on this side, come up. And now I just transfer my whole system. Now my route is clean and I can continue my day, continue my climb, reconnect, retension out again. Sweet, sweet. Okay, we're good. Ooh. And that right there is another huge benefit to open systems. Now, like I mentioned, low and slow on the ground before you start trying something new. You know, as with anything, mechanicals, SRS, anchors, things like that. Make sure you try them on the ground before you just go up there and get all willy-nilly with it. But hopefully this helps you guys out. Make sure to visit us at bartlettman.com and hit that like and subscribe button. Sweet.